Welcome to Guns and Gear Network, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in. Today we're going to take a look at turning your .22 Crickett into a breakdown survival rifle. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. So today we're going to take a look at turning a .22 Crickett into a survival rifle, and more specifically a breakdown survival rifle, and I'm going to show you how to do that and so forth. So let's talk survival rifles for a minute. So there's a bunch of them out there. Henry's got one, Chiappa Arms, and they all kind of do their thing. Some fold, some come apart and go into a butt stock like the Henry version. So there's quite a few out there. They can be pretty pricey, upwards of, $250 to $300, something like that. When I first bought this Crickett some years back, they were $99. Unfortunately, like everything else in the gun industry, they've kind of crept up in price. I looked online, just a cursory search real quick. $149 seems about average. Maybe around certain holidays you could catch one on sale in that $129 mark, but I think they are a viable option for a potential little breakdown survival rifle, and we're going to take a look at what I've done to this one. Now, I've had this for numerous years. I've done a video about it, I think, in the past, if I remember correctly. Me and my son went and camo painted this one. It was black when we got it, and we've since camo painted it. So when you have a survival rifle, you kind of want it to be compact and be able to put it maybe in a backpack or something like that, and you can actually turn this one into a breakdown style rifle. And I'm going to show you how I accomplished that. So you're going to need one of these. And I'll show you a little more detail when I take it off the rifle. But this is the size you're going to need. 1/4 by 28 by 30 by 3/4 is the knob you're going to need. And I'm going to go ahead and show you this portion real quick. So here it is. You're essentially going to take out your screw, your action screw. Now, some of you guys may have the locking mechanism that's usually right here. Some people disarm that altogether. I would personally, if there's videos around how to do all that, but mine does not have it. You're essentially replacing the action screw with this knob. It's a weird thread pattern, so I was going to post on Amazon maybe where to buy these, but I couldn't find any that worked right. I do have a washer on there just to kind of protect everything, but that's essentially what you're using, is that right there. And now the rifle easily comes apart, half the size essentially, and it can easily go in a backpack. To put it back together, one thing I will say real quick, whenever it's apart, you're a little vulnerable with this right in here. So just be a little careful with this if you're going to break it apart. But it does, if you want it compact and stick it in a pack, you should be fine. To put it back together is real simple. You simply just push it together like that. Put your washer on and then screw it in. Now you can go back to the regular action screw if you so choose to do that later, and it won't hurt anything. But you put this knob on, tighten it down, and now you're back to where you were before. No changes in anything. So if you're going to do a survival rifle, again, you got the breakdown portion. You might want a little butt pack. This right here is good for storing things. I'll show you what I do have in mind. So, and this is just an example. I've got an emergency blanket, a little small multi-tool. Obviously you need ammo. You can put in, I buy these bags here on Amazon. They're the heavy duty style Ziploc. There's 50 rounds in there. Plenty for a survival situation. Some little fire starter, fire tender stuff. Some cordage. That right there is tarred bank line. And then, show you this. So I have extra parts. And this right here is the original iron sight, and this right here is the buttstock screw, and I'll show you why here in a minute. So if you're in a true survival situation, if your optics would go down, obviously I have an optic on here, I want to be able to go back to a standard iron sight. The way these iron sights, the way the optic mounts, you have to remove that. So I've kept it in the pack, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm going to put this stuff back. And you can, like I said, get creative if you want to buy a little survival pack kit or something like that. Some of them come in little tins. You could put that in there. whatever, just get creative. Little fishing kit, doesn't really matter. Like I said, I'm just kind of showing you as an example of what you can do. Now I'm going to show you another little trick on this to turn it into a survival rifle. If you take this butt pack off, it actually has this here, this little butt pad, and I have taken one screw out down at the bottom, and now it essentially is hinged, and I can turn it to the right. If you turn it to the right, it's going to tighten the screw more. If you tighten it the other, and that little multi-tool that I had, it's got a Phillips head, so if I need to tighten that one screw, I can. And you can also keep stuff in the buttstock. I've already showed you one thing that fell out, and I'll show you why here in a minute. So this is a little small fishing kit, and it also has a signal mirror and a few other things in there. All right there like that, and I think that's all I got in there. Nope. So I have some Ranger beads. For you guys that are not familiar with Ranger beads, this right here these are for keeping pace of the distance you walk. Again, I'm just showing an example. You can put whatever you think is important to you. It fit in the buttstock area, which is hollow, like that. Fishing kit, put that back in there. And what fell out was an extra knob. In case you lose it, you want to have an extra knob. So I bought a 4-pack. If you see that number 4 on that bag, I bought this off of eBay from a vendor. That is the number 4, just representing that I bought 4 of those. Let me show you this, because there are a few variations. See how this is flush right there? That is 3/4 in length, and then the thread pattern is 1/4 by 28, or 1/4 28 they call it. But kind of give you an idea, it's literally it's plastic with a little knurling along the edge for grip. And again, stick that back in there like that. Take your buttstock, turn it around like that. And you don't have to do the hinge thing if you don't want to. If you notice that is a little loose now, so I can take my multi-tool. I just wanted to be able to utilize the buttstock storage, and it's not going to go anywhere, because I mean that screw is not really coming out. It just has a little final turn to get it snug again. That's all. A little multi-tool, you can pick those up for a couple bucks. They're stainless steel, come in handy for whatever. They got wire cutter on them, I think, pliers, different screwdrivers, whatever. Put that back in your butt pack, and put this back on. And if you wanted to also, on your sling, if you wanted to do a 550 cord one, that's fine. I've just got a simple nylon OD green one. The reason I'm not a huge fan of the paracord ones, they're fine. But the problem is, if you truly ever needed that paracord, then you're going to take apart the only sling you have. So, you know, it's one of them things, it's okay. I would rather have, 50 foot of tarred bank line, which fits in this pack, than trying to utilize it. It's heavy enough to make shelter, things like that, than trying to undo my only sling that I have to carry the rifle. And a lot of times in a survival situation, you need to go hands-free. I'll be able to sling your rifle, so I'd rather just do something like that. But whatever you choose, I'm sure it'd be fine. I have upgraded. I don't know if the current ones are still the same as the old ones. This little knob right here, which is the firing pin actually. So once you pull it, put a round in, move the bolt forward, you actually pull this back like that. This little piece right here, this black piece, is plastic on the original. I would highly suggest buying an extra one, but there was at one time an eBay seller, I'm pretty sure, and that's where I got this one. This one has been upgraded to metal. So just a thought. And then to release it, you just simply hold the trigger at the same time and let it go forward. But 22 Crickett survival rifle. If you decide you want to do something like that, I think it would work out pretty good. If you got any suggestions, be sure to post that. If you've done anything creative with the Crickett rifle, be sure to share that with us. It's always helpful. And as always, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Bring another video shortly. Have a great day.